All right, what's going on, you freaks? MOD back with another mobile walk and talk video. Did one of these a couple days ago. I really love doing these videos too when I'm not in my studio. I find these raw videos are pretty awesome too. Just did a collab with Metal Ben's Chronicles last night. It's been posted to my channel. The Brothers from Hell. We did a review for Metallica's Master of Puppets, so please go watch that. Like, comment, subscribe. Support the channel. Get all of your awesome MOD Elite VIP perks. Collaborations, review requests within reason. Of course, collabs if you have a metal YouTube channel. You also get band interviews and promotions with your band. I'm doing Cadaver-Right and Holocaust very, very soon. Cadaver-Right's going to be interviewed. Metal Ben's Chronicles coming up on an interview for him on the, I believe it's the 11th of March. So that's going to be great. Pretty sure that's our date that we had picked out. I'll have to ask him to double check. We also get members only radio shows for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio every Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So we've added another day to the schedule for content with Brothers from Hell Mondays. Now I know the videos don't get posted until Tuesday nights, but that means you get 2 videos a day on Tuesday. You get 2 videos on Tuesdays now. So you get one at 12 p.m. and then one between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. So 2 fucking videos on Monday, or on Tuesdays now for you guys as well. And I'll be getting StreamYard at some point. I'm going to start doing like hangouts a little more often, just like Metal Ben does kind of deal. I mean, I like doing them on his channel more because his channel's got a lot more of that. But for tonight's MOD exclusive walk and talk, I want to talk about a band and an album from 1987 that has had one of the most influential impacts in the world of extreme metal. And we're talking about Sarcofago-I.N.R.I, released in 1987 on Cogumelo Records. And I did a full review of this record, but I'm probably going to go back and re-review it with the new set. And because I've listened to the album like 20 times since I did the review, and I got a lot more to say about it. But the reason I want to talk about this record tonight is because I feel that this album gets overlooked in favor of many others that came out in 1987. And I kind of feel like Sarcofago kind of got pushed in the back by bands like Sepultura, Metallica, more like Sodom, Creator, Destruction, Testament, Slayer, Megadeth, and Metallica, and stuff like that. Bands like that, you know. And of course, at the time, Sepultura and Sarcofago were in a pretty heated rivalry at this point. Now, I'm sure, or maybe some of you don't know, that the vocalist for Sarcofago, excuse me, oh, excuse me there, actually did vocals for Morbid Visions. Or not Morbid Visions, sorry, Bestial Devastation, excuse me there, I apologize. So you have the backing, or he did lead vocals on Bestial Devastation. Most people think it's Max. No, it's Antichrist from Sarcofago. But one thing I really, really love about that album, I.N.R.I, is just how evil, dark, ominous, and destructive that album is. Now, you could even call that a black metal album. In fact, in a lot of cases, I would call that a black metal record. Of course, it's Black Death thrash, and many bands around this time, when developing what we would come to know today as Black Death and thrash, aka extreme metal, we're still experimenting with all three styles and kind of combining them to create something completely unheard of. And I think Sarcofago is actually one of those bands that pioneered the blast beat. In fact, they did pioneer the blast beat, because in 1987 there was nobody else doing the blast beats. They were the only band. Of course, some people will say, well, what about Mayhem with Death Crush? Yep, that came out in 87 as well. Great album, by the way. But that's an 18-minute EP. Not quite the full-length kind of piece at that time. But that did not have blast beats. Oh wait, yes it did. Yes it did. Yeah, that album had blast beats as well. So you had I.N.R.I and Death Crush were the only two albums out in 87 that had blast beats. Okay, so, which at the time might have been considered, you know, hackneyed or whatever, but they brought a very undifferent type of heavy drum beats and fucking like just true insanity to the table, and pure destructive tendencies and destructive sounds that, I mean, when you go back and listen to I.N.R.I, man, Jesus Christ, what a fucking monster of an album that is. And just a true testament to how fucking great 80s metal is to this day. 34 years. This album, I.N.R.I, still holds up as one of the most extreme metal albums ever made. And the demonic vocals on that record are bone-chilling. Just absolutely bone-chilling demonic vocals. You got high black shrieks in there. You have some death metal growling. You have some thrash metal soloing. But you also have death and black metal riffing. I mean, it's just one of the best albums ever made, I.N.R.I. And definitely going to be re-reviewing that masterpiece here on MOD, because I'm telling you, man, if you've never fucking heard this record, if you've never heard Sarcofago-I.N.R.I, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. I don't know what kind of a rock you're fucking living under. But like I said, they got overshadowed by the bigger bands, unfortunately. Especially by Sepultura. Being that, you know, that album Morbid Visions came out in 86, and then Schizophrenia was either 87 or 88. Pretty sure that one was 87 as well. Yep, because Beneath the Remains came in 89. So yeah, Schizophrenia was 87. And, which is another fucking masterpiece, by the way. You know, before Sepultura got all shitty. Which they're a dumpster fire now, and you got Max Cavalera preaching propaganda for everybody to get the you-know-what and wear the fucking muzzles. Like, he's a fucking clown now. Such a fucking clown. Anyway, old Sepultura will always kick ass. But Soulfly is pretty much a fucking dumpster fire. I can't stand that fucking band. But Sarcofago, man, I.N.R.I, a true masterpiece. And you know, they got some other good albums too, but I.N.R.I is their crowning jewel, their magnum opus, in my opinion. And one of the two first albums to have blast beats. So, very important band for tons of reasons. They were so important. Definitely not a band that you should ever overlook. One of my favorites, Sarcofago. I need to get I.N.R.I, and I'm going to get a Sarcofago shirt, because, man, those guys are fucking amazing. And, you know, back in that time, who the fuck sounded like that? Yes, you had Possessed with 7 Churches. Great album from 85, too. And a bunch of other ones. But when it came to just pure fucking evil, of course you had Bathory, I know. Under the Sign of the Black Mark came out that year. And in 85 you had The Return, and in 84 you had Bathory self-titled, but those albums didn't have blast beats. Yes, they're full-on black metal, but they didn't have blast beats. I don't know, man. Magic times, magical times back in 87 with Sarcofago-I.N.R.I. Fucking masterpiece, man. I'm gonna be doing a re-review of that. Actually, I might collab with Metal Ben for that one, because that's a fucking classic as well. Anyway, guys, I'm getting cold. I'm gonna put my phone away. Like, comment, subscribe. Hails.